Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the 105 leFH18B2, the French Tier 5 Premium SPG that we know as Fifi La Pew Pew. You might know it's a leFhy, a leaf blower, or a leHEPA. This one's located on the north spawn of Cliff, and it's under the command of Facime. And he's in the NBA clan. I'm not sure he's a basketball player, but I suppose he could be. Anyway, he's got 2 marks of excellence on the barrel of that 105mm howitzer. It's a light field howitzer, that's where you get the leFH in the name from. It's capable of 410 alpha, 53mm of pen, and 1.91 meters on the burst radius. He spotted a target straight off, and he'd like to get that AMD 178B. He's angling to try and get up the hill, but he knows that he's being looked at, and that was a shot from the Eshiways, and that hit came in from Facime. Okay, is he going to try? He thinks like it, and there's an M4A1 there as well. He's probably going to go for it. Okay, we're lined up just in case. If he does go for it, we'll get a shot. Rounds out. Yes! Kill shot! Marvellous shot, hit the rear of the vehicle, and he's toast. Okay, M4A1. Oh, he got him as well with the next shot. Okay, we can see a Chinu, but there's an AMX 12 ton there. Tier 6 game with tier 4 tanks. Oh, he got that one as well. Actually, it's tier 6 with tier 5 tanks. He missed the chance to get the Chinu, but he got 3 tanks with 3 shots there. I'm wondering if he'll actually get a medal for that. Anyway, yes, the thing about the Fifi is the reload rate. It's very, very fast indeed. The book reload, 8.93 seconds. He's got 7.22. So he has actually reduced it by 1.7 seconds. And that can make a whole world of a difference. Now, the Fifi was the first premium tank on the French tech tree. Yes, the Wargaming needed a tank to bring the French tech tree in, and after, of course, they'd already brought in the Germans, the Russians, or Soviets, and of course the Americans. And the next tech tree that they brought into line was the French one, and this was the Arty that they actually decided to make a premium. The thing is that technically it's not a French Arty at all. It's actually a German Arty, but they've given it a French title. Okay, well, there's an Achilles down there. Rounds out. Misses it with the first shot. T14 can see the Achilles now. He can wipe that guy out with one shot. Rounds out. Yes, he gets it with the next one. T14's visible. He's dialing in. Rounds out. And he takes the T14 as well. He's got 5 kills, and the game's only been going a short while. If he gets one more, he will get a Top Gun. And he's just noticed that's a heavy tank number 6, which is basically a Tiger tank by another name. Rounds out. Oh, and he looked away after he fired there, so we didn't get to see if the shell hit. I don't think it did, but he fires another one in, and that's very definitely a hit. He picked up 139 hit points from that one. Goes again. It's the turret this time. You can see the mark on the side of the turret. Can he get another shot in? Rounds out. Yes, that one hit the body of the tank. The side of the vehicle on the front right quarter. Over here, we've got a VK3001H, and that was the prototype tank, or one of the prototype tanks. It's now a medium. It used to be a heavy. And he got a hit on him too. And we just got spotted, and I think we were spotted by the Honey 3 there. Yes. Okay, he goes down before we can get a shot. Taken out by the AT2 on our team. Now, we do have somebody at the top of the hill the AMD178B, he can possibly distract this heavy tank number 6, but he's gone behind the house now, and that's going to be very difficult for us to get shots. We're 2 up on the enemy at the moment. We need to get out of this dip, yes, because otherwise we could actually fall off the edge into the water. Okay, so 2 up on the enemy. Difficulty in getting a shot there. There's something obstructing our field of fire, and I think it might be a rock, because we're getting a red line. Whenever you see the red line appear in running up from the center or the bottom of the page, that means there's something blocking the shot. I think he knows that. Okay, so he's put himself in a bit of position. Trouble is, every time he's going to get spotted, the enemy Arty is going to try to have a go at him. There's 2 enemy Arty, an M44 and a 105 leFH18B2, just like himself. He's dialing in on the corner, just in case the heavy tank makes a move. We've got 2 tanks up on the sniper's nest. One of them's a Jackson. I think the other one is an M18. But don't quote me on that. I think it's a Hellcat. Okay, well, the SU-8 just hit the heavy tank with some stuns, so I think he landed the shell on top of the house. We're lined up to fire. At the moment, you can see the red line stops at the that barrel, which indicates that the enemy tank, that'll be where the shell lands, the barrel. But if the heavy tank happens to be in the way, then he might get a shot. The only problem is that heavy tank is behind 2 sets of bushes from where we are at the moment. Even though this Arty's got a 390-meter view range, it's possible that the heavy tank might move and we might not see it. That VK has moved a little further down on the donuts, and there's the heavy tank. He's pulled out. He's come out of behind the building. Now, can we get a shot to kill him? Lined up. He could use the premium rounds. He could take this guy down with 1 shot. Oh, that hit the ground just in front of him, but the heavy tank does go down. But we did get spotted. Here comes an Arty round. In fact, it didn't go for us. It went for one of the tanks up in the sniper's nest. The Hellcat was the one who died. The VK3001's moving. Can he get a shot? Rounds out. Just in front of him. You can see from the mods that the enemy tank is about, well, it's 1.5 seconds away. That's the flight time for the shell. We do have a Panzervier Schmalten down there as well. Oh, that's the M44, because the enemy Fifi does not have stuns, so that has to be the M44. You can see how close the shell was. Okay, that box tank is going after our SU-8, and he's found him and killed him. And that's unfortunate. Now, we need to get a shot on this box tank, because he's going to go unsighted very momentarily, because it's been a few seconds. I don't think our teammate can see him. That fell near. 2 marks of excellence showing on the barrel. He's working on the 3rd. He's actually had quite a few games in this Arty, and I think he does enjoy it. He's actually very good. 1 more kill to get a Top Gun. Now, the Intuition has loaded a heat round for him. Now, the heat rounds will do 350 alpha, and they've got 104mm of pen, whilst the armor-piercing rounds, they can do 350 alpha as well, but they only do 64 and 64mm of pen. The problem is that with the heat rounds and with the armor piercing, you have to get a direct hit in order to get a pen. Now, we're all alone against 4 enemies because we lost the VK3001H. He was down by the donut and taken out. And that means now we've got to try and kill 4 enemy tanks. If we did get that, we get 9 kills. That would be nice. We won't get a Kolobanos though. That's the problem. Unfortunately, just not enough. 1 more tank and we would have had it. But, yes. Okay, so he's coming around this side. I get the feeling he wants to attack that box tank, but he also needs to find the other enemies. If the enemy Arty are anything, they will actually be moving to the enemy cap right now, to our cap. He needs to use that 390 meters view range. He's been spotted. Oh, yes. He spotted the enemy Fifi, and he got spotted. Oh, we took a hit for 67, but he's dialing in. Rounds out. He looked away again, but I can understand why, because he wanted to get out of the way of that guy. Now he's got the M44 coming up. Okay, he's loaded a heat round. The first shot misses. The M44 is going to try and get a shot on us. He does, and he stuns us, but that shot finishes him off, and that means now he's got a top gun. Ooh, and the AMX comes by. Oh, he killed himself. He rammed himself to death against us. He actually rammed us whilst we were stationary or just moving, and as a result, I think that's going to be a medal. Another one. Bugs on the windshield. Misses with his first shot. The Fifi gets another hit, this time for 116. He needs to position himself in such a way so he can see the enemy Arty and still get shots on him without the Arty being able to return the shots. Okay, I think he can do it. He needs to reacquire. There he is. Line it up. Okay, so he's got a free shot now because this guy's in reload and he's moving. First shot doesn't penetrate the armor. It was right on the gun shield. Go for it again. Rounds out. Misses again. And all this time the box tank is capping and it's getting close. I don't think he's going to be able to win this one. Oh, yes, he takes down the Fifi, and that means that he's got a Radley Walters medal for 8 kills, but he won't be able to kill the box tank. He doesn't know where it is. And I think they're about to cap out. He'll get one shot. He fires. And it goes nowhere. Well, that was an excellent game by Facime in the 105 leFH18B2. I hope I mispronounced your name, but or Facime. But he managed to get an ace tanker out of that game. It was a huge game. He also got a rock solid for ramming to death an AMX CLC who rammed himself against him whilst he was moving, and yes, expired in the process. That's bugs on the windshield. You should never ram a heavy tank Arty with a light tank because you're always going to come off worse. And so he got a very rare award there. He also got a counter battery fire medal because he took out both enemy SPGs, the M44 first, and then he took out the enemy Fifi. He got a duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He managed to get 8 in total. He got a Radley Walters medal. Yes, he actually got an epic medal for taking down 8 enemy tanks in that game. And on top of that, he got a top gun for getting at least 6 kills. His win rate from the battle was 6,923, which is super Unicum and quite a bit more. But sadly, he did lose the game because unfortunately, there was no way he could stop that box tank. Yes, it was all those shots that he fired on the Fifi, desperately trying to kill the guy, that actually delayed him. And so finally, when he was free to turn and shoot at his own cap, the shell went nowhere. And, well, it didn't appear to land in the cap area, and the box tank won. So a very valiant defeat because he did try and he did as well as you could expect, and he was still alive at the end of the game, barely. Let's have a look at team score. Well, we can see the highest damage in the game turns out to be, yes, it was Facime with 1,866. It wasn't 20% of the enemy hit pool. That's why he didn't get the high caliber. Second highest damage in the game turned out to be the Panzer Schmalten, who got 1,685. And the third highest damage went to the heavy tank number 6 on the enemy team with 1,404. The box tank on the enemy team got an invader medal and he was in 4th place on damage. When it came to kills, facime got that one, 8 kills to him. 2 kills went to the Panzerfirschmalten, the Panzerfumvier, and also to the heavy tank number 6, the box tank, the VK3001H, and the M44 on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, well, he actually got beaten here. This is surprising because even though, well, he was on the losing team, I must admit that, but the high scorer was in fact the heavy tank number 6, who got 798. But facime was second with 722, and the third place player was the box tank, who actually capped out to win with 680. So he was second on base XP, top on the other two. 25 shots fired, so he still had half his ammo left to shoot at the enemy. You only get 50 rounds, but he still had 25 rounds available. 14 direct hits on the enemy, 4 penetrating shots, and 12 splash. Damage of 1,866, of which 1,186 were at more than 300 meters, so some of those shots were close range. 3 hits received from the enemy, 5 of those shots, or 5 splashes, by way of Arty fire. Yes, he was either hit by the enemy Fifi or he was hit by the M44 at long range, so he was getting stunned. 2 enemy vehicles spotted, both of them the Arty. 11 enemy vehicles damaged, 8 killed, and he did 83 hit points of damage assistance in the game. On a free-to-play account, he actually made a loss of 16,301 credits from the game. He did fire some premium rounds, and that cost him, but it was actually the consumables, really. And it does help if you buy up plenty of consumables when they're half price, whenever they put them on offer. And that way, that cost always disappears from your figures and looks better because, of course, you've got consumables ready available in your inventory and your stock. And that way, your figures will always look better because you're actually not paying for consumables at full price. He also got 1,459 experience points out of it as well. Oh, such a pity. He did so well in this game, only for that box tank to win it. He did have a couple of chances to hit the box tank, but sadly, unfortunately, wasn't able to connect when he did aim at the guy. And after they killed the Fifi, there was no way he was going to get an accurate shot, not in the time he had left, and he didn't know where the guy was, so it was impossible. Very sad ending, but at least he proved that he could do it. He could get a Radley Walters medal, which is fairly rare, but we do have members of What Arty Noobs who not only have Radley Walters medals, they have Pools medals, and they have Kolobanovs, and they didn't earn those Kolobanovs simply by still being alive at the end of an assault game. They won them by killing all the enemy tanks. In fact, they're not the only ones who actually did it in a Fifi. Other Arty have actually won Kolobanovs for actually fighting the enemy and killing them outright. So do watch our playlist, because you wouldn't believe some of the battles that we've actually recorded over the past 7 years. Yeah, it's been that long, and we're rapidly approaching 10,000 videos, which we're going to be celebrating sometime during the summer. I hope Wargaming takes note, because it is quite an achievement to get 10,000 commentated videos. Most of the people who actually get more videos than us actually don't get commentaries on them, but yes, we've commentated on most of them. There's a few videos near the start when we didn't commentate on our videos, but we do now. And this is the first video I've done for facime, and I'm very pleased that it's such a really good one, a really excellent replay. If you enjoyed this one, please give it a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.